Hello and welcome. I'm Annette Reeder from thebiblicalnutritionist.com, and today I'm answering your questions about how to get enough protein in your diet. This is a very important question because as we age, we actually need more bioavailable protein in our diet to keep our muscle mass, to keep our strength, and just to keep our tone in our body. Plus, protein is necessary for every single cell. We have to have healthy protein for every cell to function. We also need enzymes, but you didn't ask that question. We'll have to cover that later. We need protease enzymes also to help the protein to work in our body correctly. So today we're going to answer your questions. Now, I love it when you ask these questions, and we get these questions because when you join our private Facebook group, Biblical Nutrition Academy, then we say, what's your question for Annette? Also, if you say, I'm not on Facebook, not going there, I highly respect that. So just send us an email at info@thebiblicalnutritionist.com and say question for Annette in the subject line, and then we'll add it to our list. The other reason I like answering your questions is because I love to give away gifts. And today's gift is our multivitamin that my husband and I use, the multivitamin called Vita GBX. It's from the company called Amari, the mental wellness company. And it has all of the essential vitamins and minerals that you need, but it also has other nutrients to help with gut and brain function. When we can heal the gut, everything works better. And so it's so important. And so today's winner, who left a review of one of my books, either on Amazon or our website, The Biblical Nutritionist, is going to get this as a free gift. So if you want to get a free gift from me, and you don't even have to pay shipping, you just leave a review of one of my books. Now let's get started with today's questions. I want to incorporate more vegetarian meals in our diet. What are some guidelines for getting enough protein? This was submitted by Jane. Protein is in all foods to some degree. Getting enough protein is accomplished by incorporating beans, if you were to add 1/2 cup or up to 1 cup. Oats has protein in it. Quinoa is an excellent protein, so just making a dish of quinoa and putting some sauteed vegetables on top, then put some seeds on top of that or some nuts. For breakfast, if you do eggs, just beating up a couple eggs, 2 to 3 eggs for breakfast, having some hummus, having some stirred vegetables with that. Oh, there's so many things you can do. If you do eggs, make a quiche. If you do dairy, then make your own yogurt or buy some organic yogurt. I use raw milk and make my own yogurt, and it just makes the most delicious yogurt. And so if you do dairy, obviously yogurt is your best option. If you do animal products, the eggs are a really good option because they're a complete protein. But beyond that, go back to the quinoa, the brown rice, make that your foundation for your dinner. Go and review the power meals that I put together. Such variety, very high in protein, very high in fiber. Now, how much protein should you have? That's going to vary by what your intention is with the protein. And so pretty much we want to be having anywhere between 50 to 90 grams per day. I know that's a wide range. Again, it's going to depend on you and what you're trying to accomplish. But if you are eating good protein and you're saying, Annette, I just don't feel like I'm getting the result of the protein, then we need to look at enzymes. Many people are not able to break down the protein to be able to utilize it effectively. So there's a company that I really like to use. It's Transformation Enzymes, and they have what's called proteolytic enzymes. You would take those between meals for the purpose of breaking down scar tissue, breaking down inflammation, working against cancer cells. But you would take the digest either from Amari or from Transformations with a meal because it would give you the protease in it. So if you take a digestive enzyme with every meal, you want protease to be included because protease will break down the proteins. Anytime you're having issues with protein in your diet, I highly recommend a digestive supplement with every meal, and do this for a minimum of 30 days, and then your body should start breaking down the protein better, and you actually can have less protein in your diet but greater effect from the protein. So sometimes it's a matter of getting more protein, and other times it's a matter of being able to digest the protein that you are already eating. So look into that. Let me know what you think and what happens, because I know I'm going to get some amazing testimonies from just sharing that with you. And if you say, how long do I take enzymes with my meals? As long as you need it. It's not going to be habit forming. Actually, it's just always going to be working for you. The question is, I just watched a high-protein lunch of fish, avocado, and celery. What are some other quick, high-protein options submitted by Karen? I know, wasn't that lunch was so good. The obvious ones are nut butter with apple slices, or hummus with carrots and cucumber slices, or slices of cooked salmon on crackers, or raw cheese on apple slices. These are just quick, easy to go to meals that are just a quick lunch. I mean, egg salad, if you had egg salad or tuna fish salad or chicken salad in the refrigerator, that would work as well. But I just love that one salad that you watched. That was so delicious. I'll put a link to that down below because some of the people watching are like, wait a minute, I missed that one. I'll put a link to that quick lunch so that all of you can enjoy it. Well, the winner today for our Vita GBX, which is our multivitamin, I was talking with one of the ladies who was using this, and she said, did I tell you my testimony on taking that Vita GBX? And I'll just admit, sometimes I'm afraid what they're going to say. And she says, my hair is so soft, and my hair she was losing her hair, and just by taking the multivitamin from Amari, she started growing her hair back. It's fluffy, it's soft, it's adorable, and she looked great. And she says, I feel younger, and she says it just was what I was missing. So the Vita GBX today is going to Vicki Ross. So Vicki, I don't know if you need it for your hair or your skin or whatever, but you're getting the Vita GBX, the multivitamin. It's designed to go in and contribute to the healing of your gut, and so that you can have the mental function and just overall wellness. All right, thanks, Vicki, for leaving a review of one of my books. For the rest of you, don't forget to go to the website, thebiblicalnutritionist.com or Amazon, and leave a review of one of my books, and then your name goes in the drawing. And so for the rest of you, thank you for letting me share with you God's recipe for excellent health. And as you can see, our shirts that we designed for our last retreat, I'm having an Amen Day. And that means I am ready to see God at work in everything around me. And even when we go through struggles, because we all go through struggles, they're real. They happen to all of us. Yet I can see it with the focus of today's an Amen Day. God already knows what I'm going through. And then if I wear my shirt or I use my license plate on my car, which says Amen Day, I'm reminding myself everywhere I go that God already knows what I'm facing, and He's ready to show me His answer. And so I just want to encourage you with that too. Now, if you want to meet in person and you're saying, Annette, I just wish we could sit and talk, I highly recommend you join us at the Biblical Wellness Retreat. Go to biblicalwellnessretreat.com. We have a retreat coming up, and you really need to be there. Let's sit down together with all of our great speakers, and even Dr. Jay Hitson's going to be there. You get personal time, you also get group time, and we just need to get away from the Google chaos and sit down and meet with the Lord and enjoy listening and learning how to be physically and spiritually well. Thanks for watching. Are you feeling discouraged with your health? Are you tired of trying and just getting confused with information overload? Well, join us for a rejuvenating experience where we're going to help you reclaim your health, both physically and spiritually. At this retreat, you're going to discover ancient flavors and biblical teachings that help you see the health that God designed for you to experience. When He says, I am the Lord who heals, this is truth. When Scripture says our body is a temple of the Holy Spirit, well, we're going to uncover what that means for each of us. Whether you're dealing with chronic stress, anxiety, health challenges, or you simply just want to enhance your well-being, this is the place for you. Imagine immersing yourself in just a group of biblical foodies, engaging in biblical wellness workshops, and reclaiming your relationship with your family, and most importantly, with the Lord in these amazing surroundings. Now, space is very limited, so don't miss out on this opportunity to invest in your health. Click the link below to secure your spot and take the first step towards a renewed you. We can reclaim our health, and we can't wait to embark on this journey with you.